If you're new to gardening or just looking for some simple, eco-friendly tricks to make your garden thrive, you're in the right place. There's just something so satisfying about growing your own food, don't you think? Knowing exactly where it came from and how it was cared for. And it's even better when you can do it in a way that's good for the planet. That's why I'm so excited to share some of my favorite natural gardening hacks with you today. These tips are easy, affordable, and best of all, they really work. Let's dive into some easy, sustainable gardening tips that will have your garden flourishing in no time. First up, let's talk about seed starting. You want to give those little seedlings the best possible start in life. Instead of buying fancy seed trays, use milk jugs. It's a cool way to recycle household items for your garden. Cut the jug in half, leaving the handle intact. Poke a few holes in the bottom for drainage. Fill it with good quality potting soil, fluff it up, and plant your seeds according to the packet instructions. Water gently and place in a sunny spot. Watch those seedlings sprout. Starting seeds doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Just a little ingenuity and you're well on your way to a bountiful garden. Isn't that something? Are you a coffee lover? Me too. And let me tell you, that morning cup of joe can do wonders for your garden. Used coffee grounds are like a magic potion for your garden. They're full of nitrogen, which is like a superfood for plants. It helps them grow big and strong with lush green leaves. So the next time you brew a pot of coffee, don't throw away those grounds. Let them cool down, and then sprinkle them around the base of your plants. They're especially great for acid-loving plants like azaleas and blueberries. Coffee grounds can also help keep slugs and snails away. Your morning coffee just became your garden's new best friend. Friends don't let friends throw away their coffee grounds. Now let's talk about another kitchen staple that can work wonders in your garden. Eggshells. Instead of tossing those shells, let's put them to good use in the garden. They're a powerhouse of nutrients, especially calcium, essential for healthy plant growth. Crushed eggshells act like a natural deterrent for slugs and snails. After using your eggs, rinse out the shells and let them dry completely. Crush them up by hand or use a rolling pin. Sprinkle them around the base of your plants, creating a protective ring. You can also mix them in with your soil to give it a calcium boost. Your plants will be strong and healthy, and those slugs and snails will be looking for an easier target. It's amazing what a little eggshell power can do. Let's be honest, weeds are the uninvited guests of the gardening world. But don't worry, I've got a secret weapon: vinegar. Plain old white vinegar is a fantastic alternative to harsh chemicals. Vinegar is acidic, and when sprayed directly on weeds, it disrupts their cell membranes, causing them to wither and die. Mix white vinegar, dish soap, and a little bit of salt in a spray bottle. Spray those pesky weeds directly, making sure to coat them thoroughly. Be careful around the plants you want to keep. You'll start to see results within a few days as the weeds begin to wilt and turn brown. It's like magic, but better, because it's natural. Let vinegar be your new weed-busting hero. We all know how important it is to keep our gardens watered, especially during those hot summer months. The sun can be relentless, and without proper hydration, our beloved plants can quickly wilt and suffer. A well-watered garden not only looks lush and vibrant, but also ensures that your plants remain healthy and productive. But sometimes life gets busy, and we might forget to water as often as we should. Between work, family, and other commitments, it's easy to overlook our garden's needs. And when we do remember, it might be too late, and our plants could already be showing signs of stress. Or maybe you're going on vacation and need a way to keep your plants hydrated while you're gone. Leaving your garden unattended for even a few days can be risky, especially during peak summer heat. You don't want to come back to a garden full of dried-up, lifeless plants. I've got a simple and ingenious solution: the soda bottle watering system. This DIY hack is perfect for ensuring your plants get the water they need, even when you're not around. It's easy to set up, cost-effective, and incredibly efficient. All you need is an empty plastic soda bottle and something to poke holes with. You can use a nail, a needle, or even a small drill bit. The key is to make sure the holes are small enough to allow a slow, steady release of water. Poke several small holes in the bottle cap, fill the bottle with water, and screw the cap back on. Make sure the cap is tightly secured to prevent any leaks. This simple preparation will ensure that your plants receive a consistent supply of water. Dig a small hole near the base of your plant and insert the bottle upside down. The bottle should be buried deep enough to stay in place, but with the cap just above the soil surface. This positioning allows the water to seep directly to the plant's roots. The water will slowly seep out, providing a steady supply of moisture to your plants. This method mimics natural rainfall, ensuring that your plants are not overwatered but receive just the right amount of hydration. It's like having a slow drip irrigation system, but without the fancy equipment or the hefty price tag. This DIY solution is perfect for gardeners on a budget or anyone looking for an eco-friendly way to reuse plastic bottles. Your plants will be happily hydrated thanks to this simple and effective soda bottle hack. Not only will you save money, but you'll also contribute to reducing plastic waste. So next time you finish a soda, don't throw away the bottle. Turn it into a lifesaver for your garden. Let's talk about those furry little creatures that can sometimes be a bit of a nuisance in the garden. I'm talking about cats. While they are adorable and often bring joy to our lives, they can also cause quite a bit of trouble when it comes to maintaining a pristine garden. I love cats, but they do have a knack for digging in the dirt and using our gardens as their personal litter boxes. This can be frustrating for gardeners who put a lot of effort into cultivating their plants and flowers. I've got a simple and humane solution. Plastic forks. Yes, you heard that right. Plastic forks can be an effective way to keep cats from turning your garden into their playground. Cats don't like the feeling of sharp objects on their paws. This discomfort can be used to our advantage in a way that doesn't harm the cats, but keeps them away from our precious plants. By strategically placing plastic forks in the ground around your plants, we're creating a harmless but effective deterrent. The forks act as a barrier that cats are reluctant to cross. Insert the forks into the soil around your plants, prongs facing up. Make sure they are spaced closely enough to prevent cats from finding a comfortable spot to dig. The forks will feel uncomfortable on the cat's paws, and they'll quickly learn that your garden is not the place to be. Over time, they'll associate your garden with this unpleasant sensation and stay away. It might look a little silly, but it's a small price to pay for a cat-free garden. Plus, the forks are easy to remove and won't cause any lasting damage to your soil or plants. Plus, it's a great conversation starter. Imagine explaining to your friends and neighbors why your garden is filled with plastic forks. It's a fun and quirky solution that actually works. A simple, humane, and surprisingly effective way to keep those curious kitties out of your garden. So next time you find your garden being invaded by cats, remember the humble plastic fork. It might just save your plants and your sanity. Next, let's talk about giving back to our gardens compost. Composting is an age-old practice that has been used by gardeners and farmers for centuries. It's a natural process that transforms organic waste into a nutrient-rich soil amendment. By composting, we can turn our kitchen scraps and yard waste into something incredibly valuable for our gardens. Compost is packed with nutrients that your plants crave, and it helps improve soil structure, drainage, and water retention. When you add compost to your garden, you're not just feeding your plants, you're also enhancing the overall health of your soil. Healthy soil means healthier plants, which can lead to better yields and more vibrant flowers. You can make compost from all sorts of kitchen scraps that you'd normally throw away. This includes things like fruit and vegetable peels, coffee grounds, eggshells, and even tea bags. Instead of sending these items to the landfill, you can repurpose them into something beneficial for your garden. We're talking about fruit and vegetable peels, which are rich in essential nutrients that plants need to thrive. These peels break down relatively quickly and add valuable organic matter to your compost. Coffee grounds, which are a great source of nitrogen, eggshells that provide calcium, yard waste like grass clippings and leaves, and even shredded newspaper. All these materials contribute to a balanced compost mix. You can get fancy with compost bins and tumblers, which make the process more efficient and can help keep your compost neat and contained. These tools can also make it easier to turn and aerate your compost, speeding up the decomposition process. But you can also keep it simple. A basic compost pile in a corner of your yard can work just as well. The key is to maintain a good balance of green and brown materials and to keep the pile moist but not too wet. A designated corner in your yard or a large plastic bin will do the trick. These options are great for those who are just starting out with composting or who have limited space. Just make sure you have a good mix of green materials, like vegetable scraps and grass clippings, and brown materials, like leaves and cardboard. This balance is crucial for creating a healthy compost pile that breaks down efficiently. Give it a turn every now and then to aerate it and help it break down faster. Aeration introduces oxygen into the compost, which is essential for the microorganisms that do the work of decomposition. In a few months, you'll have rich, dark, crumbly compost that will make your garden sing with joy. This finished compost is often referred to as black gold because of its incredible benefits for your plants and soil. Composting, it's not just good for the environment, it's good for your garden, and it's a great way to reduce waste. By composting, you're not only creating a valuable resource for your garden, but you're also helping to reduce the amount of waste that ends up in landfills. It's a win-win situation for both you and the planet. There you have it, folks. These natural gardening hacks are not just easy and cost-effective, they're also kind to Mother Earth. Whether you're into urban gardening or have a sprawling yard, these tips will help you grow with nature. Remember, gardening is a journey, not a destination. It's about trying new things, experimenting, and finding what works best for you and your garden. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gardening wisdom. Let's make our world a little greener, one hack at a time. See you in the next video. Happy gardening!